All right, everybody, we are live, and like I said, I agreed to do it this week. We'll see who does it every week. It may be some other people, who knows, but Conquer is out on a cruise, and we'll see what's going on. But my good friend Stella has agreed to help me out here, so let me call her up. Hello.
Hey.
As we like to say in the England, hello, love.
Hello, love.
There we go.
Well, I didn't get my chit-chatty thing. That's kind of interesting.
Hmm.
All
right, so we got a bunch of people here today. The usual, some of the usuals. What do we got? Let me see if I can bring
I am gonna have to pull that out and get my pop-out chat up because I'm not seeing it now.
So everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Hank, everybody's saying hi. Hit the like button, everybody. It always helps the channel. Now, is this showing as a video on your channel as well, Stella?
No. I'm not doing it because the last time when we did that, it was kind of weird because some people chimed into my chat and some people chimed into your chat and they can't see each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
So it was I just thought it was awkward for people. So
yeah, it was confusing. Yeah.
And people are here because they want to chit chat and have some fun with some people, and this is that doesn't necessarily foster people coming together. It's like people are in two different pubs,
Oh yeah.
All right, let me close the YouTube.
We're getting close. Hank with his moles.
So Kenny, how are you doing today?
Well, it's a beautiful day here, but we're getting ready for hot weather and humid weather in the next few days. But today, tomorrow is supposed to be nice. Monday is supposed to be 93 and very humid. So not looking forward to it, but it could be worse, I guess. I changed that picture, Klaus. It was an awkward picture, but I changed it. Tom helped me out. He sent me a thumbnail, so that one I changed it. Oh, let's see. Who else?
Yeah, it was kind of weird looking. Well, things were going great today. When I was talking to you earlier in the morning, and then I closed that up, and then boom, Jimmy Buffett died. This is awful. Isn't that terrible?
76 years old.
Makes me feel old.
I was on with Pete and Hank and Luke, and Luke's like, "Who's Jimmy Buffett?"
I know, and that really makes me feel old.
Well, I said to him, "You never hear the song Margaritaville?" And he's like,
"Yeah, yeah." No, he was like one of the first, real early on in my entertainment career when he was a nobody.
Yeah,
he showed up at the university. When I was at university, he showed up for a concert in Cone Ballroom. It was a terrible place. It was all these curtains and windows and bright sort of stuff. And I was supposed to do the lighting for it. And of course, what we had over in the theater wasn't, set up for portable stuff and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he was a big nobody at that point. That was in 1979, I think, or something. His album that hit it off had just been released not long before that. And so he was sort of on the up and up. And I've worked many of his concerts, many of his shows.
Well, if you go down to Florida, Key West, it's like Jimmy Buffett country.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Key West many times, but he had most of his career was in more concert kind of stuff. He wasn't so big in many other things, but yeah, kind of stabbed to the heart.
Did you order something?
He was young.
Yeah, brake discs. Yeah, it's heavy. It's my disc brakes. My brakes came. That's good.
Your brakes came.
That was not even 24 hours. That's pretty good.
Well, who's in the chat? Lots of people. Yeah, John Clem, Ben. I see you got Al. How you doing?
We're getting close.
Klaus is here.
Casey, Bill, Jason.
Phil Clement.
Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up, and everyone keeps chatting.
Casey, I know it keeps going by.
Well, I'm at 2:02 in the comments, and it's 2:04, so I'm 2 minutes behind.
Oh yeah, I'm just flipping back just to say hello.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Hello, Jason.
Bill, Jason.
Catch a cow. Hadn't seen you in a while.
Let's see. see who else we got.
Hank, I hope you're doing well today.
Ben, Hollis, John. Oh,
Mac
Glenn
210, how you doing?
Hello, Glenn. Glenn is here. Everyone's saying hello. Let me see who else is here. I think I said hello to everybody.
Boats, I hadn't seen you in a while.
I was going to say, we haven't seen Boats in a while. That's true.
I hadn't seen Joe Ortiz. I hadn't seen you in a while either.
Yeah, let's see. I think I am caught up. Boats, like I said, we haven't seen Boat in a while. Mark Wiley. Hello, Mark.
Yeah, it keeps jumping around on me, but that's because
I think I'm caught up too. Yeah, I'm caught up. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me throw the link.
Mark Wiley, how you doing today?
Control C, Control V, bingo. There's the link. All the regulars feel free. I'm hoping we see Bruce today. I invited him last night to the Generator live stream with Gary and James because he usually likes that stuff, but he wasn't available. So I don't know if he's going to be around today.
I don't know. I really enjoyed that stream last night. There were several things I enjoyed. I learned, which is kind of nice. And then the funny thing is, and I told you this earlier. Hey, Klaus, how you doing? I fell asleep listening to you guys. Your voices are just so like, I shouldn't have taken my tablet and laid down with it. I was just like sort of dozed off. It was very nice listening to all you guys.
Yeah, we had I think Gary Ross in
Uh-oh.
A local teenager. With his
Whoa.
phone.
What do you used to say when E.F. Hutton calls?
That's right.
That's right. Hopefully,
People listen.
Hopefully, it's not about Dad, but we'll see. He's on mute. Let him do what he's got to do. Let's see. Gary Clifton. Hello, Gary. Yeah, Boats.
Klaus, hope you're doing well today. Hey, Tommy.
Wonder where Boots has been. I know Boats had the new camper and all that stuff. That's the last we heard of him. Tommy. Hello, Tom. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. All right. Let's see.
Klaus, what have you been up to?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got kicked around by a couple of machines.
Uh-oh.
One of my least favorite ones, a trimmer. That's not the problem, the trimmer, but I think 4 different people must have worked on it before I got it.
Right.
And none of them did right.
So the fiddle fairies, obviously.
Big time. There's a special gasket for those. It's a Husqvarna, a small trimmer. But there's a special gasket that goes between the carburetor and the insulator block. And you can't just put anything in there, any other gasket in there, otherwise it won't get the impulse. And people have been doing that. And, when you check the fuel filter, but the old fuel filter is still down in the tank, something is off.
Do you think the guy that brought it to you did all that, or is it some other person who was trying to help him out?
It's actually from a local shop in town that gave up on it, and they asked me if I could take a look at it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That speaks so poorly of the shop. I mean, I hate to say that. Yuck.
I'm thinking it a lot.
I know shops around here, usually if they don't want to work on it, they just say no. They don't even attempt. There's certain things.
Well, these guys here, they don't say no. So
well, they don't say no, and then they just hire part swappers who really don't know how to diagnose anything, or they don't know how to troubleshoot something, or how to pinpoint a problem, and that's bad.
You'd think they learned, they've gotten to know me by now, because when they give me this, and I've gotten these machines from them before, where everybody's been doing something and none of it was right, and I simply start on one end and I see what's missing. I go order it, and then I come back and say, "Oh, that was expensive." Yeah.
Well, maybe you can point them to some of your YouTube videos.
Don't send me stuff that you can't fix yourself. It's going to cost you.
Yeah, I know.
Just a preview, quick preview.
They keep sending it. So, Wayne, Brock.
Hey, gang.
Everything all right, Hank?
Hospital. I mean, it's the hospital. They called. They want to have a meeting with me September 12th about maybe making him a resident. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Sorry about that, Hank. I know that sucks.
Hey, at 97, what are you going to do? You know?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think, I mean, and I certainly don't need to tell you this, but what kept driving me in my situation was just, what's the best thing for him, you know?
Exactly.
And sometimes you have to think about yourself as well, because if you're all mired up something you can't help and you can't do it,
Yeah.
you know, then you're no good either.
That's the problem. Is they're saying that he probably needs 24/7. You know.
Right.
And, not everybody can.
No.
24/7.
No, you can't do that. So, you know, and you need a break sometimes too.
Sure.
Yeah. True.
So
Good
Brock,
Q&A last night, Kenny.
say again.
Good Q&A.
Oh yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of-
it was great.
Yeah, it's funny because they want to do it, you know, maybe like once a month or something when we can all get together. The problem is James doesn't get home until 7:30, 8 o'clock, and by then it's already 1, 2 o'clock in the morning UK time. So
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry, I missed it. I needed my beauty sleep.
yeah, a lot of good topics though. I mean, a lot of people asked questions, so it was
Looks
actually
good.
Good, yeah.
It helps, Klaus.
Yeah, it is. Look at him. He's smiling like a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, close. Your buddy Mick was saying that your lift makes noise
Much-
like his old air compressor.
I heard that.
You heard that, eh?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you know, all I can say is, as envy is a very negative emotion. That's all I can say. Envy.
Well, his shop won't. You wouldn't be able to put your lift in his shop because the shop's not big enough, right?
it won't even carry its weight. Yeah. Well, at least he got a nice compressor out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
Seemed like a big box for a little compressor.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, when they ship stuff around over here, there is just the tiniest of dents in it.
Yeah.
But he said that there was another pallet
Yeah.
to it too before.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that was what 90 liter, right? 90, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you ship stuff like that, typically you can, when you buy freight, you can either buy the space at the bottom of the truck, or you can buy the space on top of something else in the truck. When you buy something on top of something else, it's cheaper, a lot cheaper. And they usually they will put stuff around it so it can be shipped either on top of something or something else on top of it without it getting damaged. Because I mean, if it comes with a scratch, you can say, "I don't want it. Take it
Yeah,
back."
that's true.
You know?
Yeah, I see a lot of the trucks that we use too. They have the bars that go up top. You can separate everything with the bar.
Yeah. But you know what? For the first time, I actually made a. I just ordered a couple of T-shirts from Spreadshop for my, you know, the and for some reason they put the logo all the way down on my belly. They're supposed to put it up here, right?
Really?
There you go, Stella.
Well, that's why the one
but
that
you know
Conquer had, his logo was in his belly. Yeah.
But I mean, you just write them and say, "Guys, that's not okay." They didn't even ask for a photo, at least not yet. And they'll send me another T-shirt, no problem.
I like the one you got on now, the button down.
Yeah, these polos, they're kind of snazzy.
I tell you,
What are you selling them for in your shop?
Can't remember, but then
Oil.
no, I don't know. I think that they're $25 something.
Oh, you
That's
that's
good for a polo shirt.
I make
make money?
I make very little on them. I drove the price down. because
Right.
I'm not in the clothing business.
Yeah.
So the more logos I can get out there, the better. That's the
Yeah. When Stella said, "What are you selling them for in a shop?" and I thought it was oil rags, but she meant money, right?
who gave him a smart pill today? You've been sniffing that mold killing gas or eating those gummy bears, haven't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
hey, for some reason, I cannot see Bill Tarhill. I can't see him.
Bill?
Can't see who?
Bill, he's not.
William.
William, yeah, he's not in my pop-out chat, and he's not in my StreamYard chat.
Well, you must have him.
He's not blocked. I looked 10 times. But if I go to my phone and type up the chat right now, he's there.
Oh,
Don't ask me why. Weird.
That is weird.
I mean, I see William both in the StreamYard chat,
Mm.
and let me see if he shows up in the pop out.
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere.
No, he's there.
Yeah, I'm saying,
He's.
not
I mean, he's in my pop out chat, but
Yeah.
huh?
He's
Weird.
not in mine.
He's mine. He's in mine.
Hmm.
On YouTube, on the YouTube chat.
Ah,
Right.
he's on-
That's very strange, I would say.
It is. Yeah. Interesting.
Wayne, how you doing today?
Good, good. By myself. Jake's off to Toronto to watch a Smashing Pumpkins concert.
Wow.
oh yeah.
Nice. That's good music.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were smashing like Weird
No.
Al. You know.
No,
Yeah, I
like
was
a
thinking. I
real-
was thinking Trebuchet. You
a
know.
real
yeah,
band,
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
So
Come on,
he
guys.
said,
Pumpkins.
Come on,
so they
guys.
grabbed
Come
a
on,
room in Toronto, and he said to me, "Take a guess at what the room costs." I said, "I don't know." I said, $300. He said higher, and it
Really?
turns out it's like $700 for the night, eh?
Just because
So
of
they
the
got,
concert.
but they've got him and his lady friend are going out, and they've got front row seats to the concert, and they grabbed the room, and gonna have a good time, I guess.
He's
Very
got
cool.
to. He's
I'm
got to
stuck
fix a
working
few
on some
things.
mowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, get his mind off of work, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he took a break from the video for this week, so he'll do one for next week.
Yeah. They must have ordered a lot of pumpkins.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, like Black Eyed Peas, right? That's another band, right?
Yep.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I just go for Rolling Stones, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for
And
the.
I think with both of them, you got to hurry because you never know when those guys are going to sign off.
Yeah.
So we had
Really?
we had some real weird stuff this week. We had one guy that we serviced his riding mower 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 2 months ago, and Jake got a call that the thing was crankcase was full of gasoline, and that's what we had fixed on the first one. So Jake figured, oh, that had the Nicky carb in it, right?
Mhm.
So he talked to the guy and he said, listen, he says, you likely got something stuck in a needle valve, but I'm pretty sure you had a Nicky carb. But he said, it's like 2 months ago. I really don't remember, but that machine will take a Nicky or a Walbro carb. But he said, we put a shutoff valve in. Are you sure you closed the shutoff valve? And the guy said, yeah. So Jake said, you know what? He said, it's likely got the Nicky. It's leaking. So I'm going to order the OEM Walbro carb. And he says, I'll come pick it up, no charge. You pay for the carburetor, but you're going to have to pay for the oil we're going to have to put in because there's another 72 ounces of oil plus an oil filter.
Yeah.
Guy says, yeah, okay. Jake takes the trailer down there to pick it up. Guy says, do you want to hand push it on? Jake said, well, let's just check it out and see. So he asks him for a rag and he wipes off the dipstick and he looks at it. He says, geez, he says, oil's just a tad below the full line. You sure it was overfilled with fuel? And did you change the oil? And the guy says, no, I didn't touch it. He said, it's way above the full mark. So Jake wiped it off again, put it in, checked it. He said, no, it's just below the ad mark or the full mark. So he says, let's fire it up. So I fired up, runs smooth as can be, like not an issue at all with the thing. And Jake figured what happened is the guy never wiped it off. He checked the dick stick, and because the gas tank is there, when he pulled it out and he was smelling it, it was a hot sunny day, and the fumes were coming out from the vent to the gas cap.
Yep.
So the guy apologized. Jake says, no problem. He says, I'll see you next service.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So
that's how
we got to return or keep the carburetor, one or the other.
Yeah, you probably use it. I know a lot of times on my Briggs on my snapper, if I don't wipe it off, it looks like it's 2 inches past full.
Yeah.
I usually stock 3 or 4 of the Walbro clone carburetors. And I mean, if that Nicky just looks funny at me, I swap them out. You know, because I mean, the clone carburetors are cheap and they run fairly well. I mean, they do.
Yeah, the clone of the Walbros. I don't like the clone of the Nickies.
Of the Nickies, no, you don't want to go there at
No.
all. But the clone of the of the Walbros, I haven't had an issue with them ever.
Oh, the clone though, aren't they? Those are the Huai, the ones that have the Briggs logo cast in them, right?
Well, no. Well, you can go OEM brakes and get the Rock Sing and put
Or
that
Rook
on
Sing.
there.
That's what I meant. Rook Sing. That's what I meant.
That would work fine, but
Yeah.
they still cost
They're
money.
still $100 here.
Yeah, but I mean the aftermarket copy of the Walbro, I haven't had issues with them. I really haven't. I buy them from Pharmatech, and they run good.
Mm.
But the clones of the Nikkei. Oh no, for some reason they always run rich, always.
I don't know. For some reason, those Nickies, every single one I've ever had, just hunts, and I don't care what you do to the jet, it just hunts.
I mean, a new Nikkei is here. What is it? 800 or 900 kroners, but the repair kit for it is 400.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And you still have a 50% chance of it not working.
Yeah. The only one who ever has luck is who's our buddy there that does the John Deere's? What's his name? He did the videos on those carbs, and he swears by them.
Yeah.
Eagle.
No,
I'm trying. I see his face. Bald-headed guy. I can see his head. I can see his head right now.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Bald Eagle.
Yeah,
Yeah, he loves them. He does videos.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be bothered. I want to be able to put a carb on and go.
I mean, the thing is that even if you do get it running, it'll most likely leak at some point in the near future.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it was a good stream, though. It was real good. We're trying to do one early in the day so we can get all the UK people come on because, like I said, James doesn't get home till 8, 9 o'clock at night. So.
Yeah.
Any chance of doing that on a weekend? I mean,
right now James has small kids, so a lot of times, this weekend's I think it's his daughter's birthday party today,
right?
And then,
but I mean, maybe with enough advanced planning, that would be good. Because it would be great to have some other folks. Because I know a lot of people can't stay awake for that kind of stuff. I
told James, I said maybe we could do it at like 7 in the morning when the UK guys it's noontime, and for us we're just getting up,
Right.
So. Anyway.
And James said 7 in the morning.
Hey,
you're cutting into our beauty sleep, Kenny.
I'm up 4:30, so it doesn't matter to me.
Not me.
I take advantage of the day. There's Luke.
Yeah, I'm retired. It's a crapshoot whenever I get up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man.
Stay up late at night and sleep in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, now that school started, everybody here's back at work. My wife's back at work, my daughter. So.
Yeah, my daughter just did her first day teaching.
What grade?
2nd grade.
Oh boy. Yeah, my daughter was high school. Now she got pushed down to 5th grade, and I don't know if she likes that.
She said that, she subbed for the first time. I'm sorry. Not. And she said that the lady dropped off 22 of them and just disappeared. I said, oh, man. But I gave her the old, that a girl and everything. So.
Now, is she going to school for that?
Yeah. She goes to Wayne State in here in Michigan. Yeah.
What, they named the university after me?
Yep.
I thought it was Bruce
OG
Wayne.
University.
OG. Yeah, that's it. Me and Hank are the OGs.
I see that. Yeah, Hank's got the OG Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah, ugly guy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That would be UG. Right?
Oakley.
Oakland guy, that's bad. No, we don't want to do that either.
Somebody in the basement. Let's see who's there. Hey, Uncle Bruce.
It's Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Bruce.
Hey.
Senior Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
We missed you last night, Bruce.
I know you did.
Good conversation. You would have enjoyed it. It was good.
I know. I really wanted to talk to James about his new load box.
Now, have any of you guys been finding like on the newer equipment that they've got the charcoal filter in the vent of the gas caps?
I've
On
seen
some
that.
generators, I've seen it.
Yeah.
The generators, yep.
But here, the legislation hasn't quite kicked in yet. So when we get them, it's usually for brands that are also marketed in the US and Canada. So if it's sort of a global design, we get them. Same thing with the spark arresters. When we get those, it's because the thing is sold everywhere.
Can I
Because
interrupt?
yes,
You know that, Wayne, you know that engine I took apart that had a blown rod that
Yeah.
looked like a Tecumseh? It had the
Yeah.
same Tecumseh flipper on the throttle, and even the ACR on the gear that runs the cam was the
Yeah.
same. Or no, I don't think it would fit in, but the design was, it just looked like a real fancy Tecumseh.
Yeah.
It blew a rod.
Yeah, I thought you were going to have a blown rod the other day, Brucey, with your Quantum.
Yeah, that was fun,
that
eh?
thing was ticking hard.
Oh, yeah.
It surprised me because I never got it started until the video was on. And I took the air cleaner off because the air cleaner had so much oil in it that it wouldn't even, well, I was probably trying to fire, but it wasn't starting.
Uh-oh.
And as soon as it fired up,
Hey, Stella, you got to read this one.
Tommy,
Give him a dating game one. Remember the dating game?
No, well, yeah, but I don't remember the kiss.
No, the swing. Remember the dating game where they swung it?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, the old. Hold on, let me go in.
Tommy, happy birthday!
got it.
At the end of the dating game, they used to go like,
Yeah.
remember all the.
Oh, that's right. Everybody went.
Yeah, the whole team.
you got a groupie, Stella.
I do.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tommy.
So we had two mowers come in the other day, and both for recoils. And bad thing was nice Quantum engines, but before we, fire them up to check them, we checked the oil. The guy just wanted the recoils fixed, right? So you got to take gas tank, and the recoil's part of the engine cover, so you got to take it apart. Anyways, check the oil. The one's quarter-inch low, or quarter-inch below the ad. Took 12 ounces to bring it to the full.
Wow.
Didn't know if it was going to start or not. It fired right up. Then I looked at the second one, 16 ounces of oil low, and I'm still an ounce below the
That's
full
empty.
mark.
That's empty.
It basically was running. It must have been running with 3 ounces in it. So I guess the Quantums must be really good engines because they only need 3 ounces or 4 ounces of oil. I figured that one would be seized up for sure. And the guy said he was using them.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean,
well, I don't know how much damage has been done internally.
Yeah.
I would expect the rod to break shortly.
Well, usually the camshaft is the one that wears from low oil first, if it doesn't seize. But it's because it sits higher, and it needs the oil has to be flung higher, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
So the cylinder usually gets the last drops. So.
Yeah, you ever put one back together and forget the splasher?
That last Tecumseh I fixed had an oil pump in it.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the older ones. You even remember the old Briggs with that little pump.
Yep.
That's the one that sold to that minister, and the guy said it was 4 years old. I said, it's a Tecumseh. They haven't made one since 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Gotta
that.
run.
He sold
Got
it to a
customer
minister for
picking up.
$200.
He's had it for 4 years.
Take care, guys.
He's going to hell. He's going to hell.
Come on back now.
See you, Wayne.
We'll try. I got a lot of stuff out there being picked up today.
Oh, that's good.
Pickup day. That's the day you
Somebody
get
got to
paid.
pay for that ticket.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
For
Or
the
that
concert
pay for that
in the room.
hotel.
I think it's already paid for from the work we did yesterday. Okay, take care, guys.
Bye, Wade.
Excellent.
Make sure they pay. Today I did a repair on that blower. That video I put out today. I was on with Tommy in Australia. We're talking, and It was an RB-K85 Zama carburetor, and it had the brass plug on the side, for the mixture, but also the black plastic plug. So I took the crochet hook, put it in, took it out, and the brass bushing is what keeps it from going too rich. It keeps you from backing out the screw. But if you keep backing out the screw, it'll wedge out that bushing. You can make it as rich as you want. But it tacked out. I put a tack on it, and it tacked out to what it was supposed to be. I was able to richen it, lean it to where it was 6,800, so it didn't really matter. But it was just curious because I looked at it, I'm like, usually I drill out the brass pieces, and I go, do I really have to? And I saw the black pieces. Let me melt it out. So I melted it out, and I didn't have to. But sometimes I will, just so I have the full range of the needle,
Hold on there for Kenny. 3 emojis, please.
What is it?
Yeah, only 3 emojis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
I don't see who's doing. I hadn't seen
William.
anybody doing more than
Somebody
that.
bang him? I didn't.
Yeah, there's
Tara
5 ducks.
Yeah.
Who is it?
5 bucks and 5 packages.
I'll go dig small engines on you guys.
I don't see it.
Oh, I think somebody's already. Oh, that's because it is
But,
William. You don't see William.
yeah, I don't see William. Yeah, that's the thing.
Tara Heel.
Tar Heel. Yeah, that's William.
Tar Heel.
Oh, that's William?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tar Heel Aerials. That's William. But I don't. It's kind of weird. I don't know how. I don't understand why you can't see him in one place and not the other. It's very strange.
Yeah, and I'm looking at my phone too right now, and he's not even on my phone. I can see everybody else. I don't know why.
So hello, everybody that said hello when I came in.
There you go. What's the weather like over there, Brucey, in Alberta?
It's absolutely beautiful. 24 degrees this afternoon Celsius, 13 at night.
Yeah, that's about what it is here. We're supposed to get
That's
like
just-
31.
You can't get better than that.
Yeah, we're going to get a heat wave coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Our Yellowknife friends are going home next Wednesday.
How's it
What,
been
that's
with
for the fires?
Yeah, how's that been?
20,000 people all left at the same day.
Wow.
Although you guys in the States experience that when a hurricane blows through, except you got 1 million people leaving Tampa all at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why they try to get people to leave early. That's why they declare this stuff early on and tell people to leave. And people are like, I don't want to go because it's like somewhere else. They don't care about it. It hasn't affected them yet. And then by the time they're trying to go, you can't get out. Roads are closed. Roads are blocked. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean-
Stella, but then our generator videos go.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait. I've been stuck at like 60 views on that one for like 9 months. I'm like, well, maybe I might get a couple views now.
Yep.
Well, what's his name was saying that, yes, he's got generators all backed up right now because he's fixed them all and no more room to put them anywhere.
I did it bad, you guys. I've got an old 1974 John Deere snowblower with a 8-horse Tecumseh, right? I've had this thing since before my channel started. I went out there. I thought, oh, it always starts on the second pull. I pulled the choke, give it a prime till it was dripping, pulled it. It's an 8-horse engine too. It's not an easy pull, right? Pulled it, took the bowl off. It was full of shmoo and tapioca. Me.
You.
So then I thought back and I thought, it's probably been 4 years since I started that one because I got a nice little lighter one that is for an older guy, it's a little easier to use than that beast. And I made a short little video.
Well, I have to fix my own generator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our stuff is always the last, dude.
I know it's like the cobbler's children have no shoes. And I remember it was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago, some guy who brings me his lawnmower every now and then, it was like, I mean, the wind is blowing around, the hurricane is on its way, and he says, can you fix this? And I said, when was the last time it was running? He said, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And no, you look in the carburetor and the gas tank is like, oh, it's like, sorry, dude. No, I'm not going to fix it for you right now.
So then I'm trying
He was not happy.
I had to take the float and the needle and seat or the needle out. I left the seat in and I'm trying to get it back in. I'm laying on the gravel where my RV spot where I put all my machines now. And I'm trying to get that stupid little needle in there with the pin and it's all dropped. I've dropped it. Went to the garage and like Hank, I had a whole bag of needles. So I went back out to the snowblower and I'm dropping needles one after the other. I had tilted the snowblower on its end. You know how you do that? So I could get a vertical shot instead of a side shot at the carburetor. Oh my God, my back is just toast today.
Bruce, you got to go invest in a gallon of that alkylate gasoline without any oil in it.
Well, and this was I'm using premium fuel with no ethanol in it now, which is pretty
still
good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But
this was, I bet you this was regular fuel. It slipped. I put it away with the gas in it, put the cover on it, and said goodbye.
Yeah.
See you next year, and it was 4 years later.
It's true. That's what we do. I mean, we get involved in everybody else's stuff, and ours just sits there.
And then I thought, my generator is sitting out in the corner of the shop. How long has it been? Although it's a Briggs, like it should. They don't even have an emulsion tube. They just got a brass tube that sucks the shit into the into the intake. It fixes itself.
You're supposed to have gas in there, Bruce.
Not
Turns into schmoo.
No, but I mean, I like everybody else. I'm always late fixing my mower, and it gets a service every year, once a year. It runs about between 40 and 50 hours a year, depending on weather.
That's right.
But you know what?
An hour a week.
Yeah, that Honda, I have never had to refill it with oil. It never goes below the top mark.
Oh, do you have one of those never change the oil Hondas?
No.
never change.
Well, I
Just
no, but I mean, I change it every year, but it doesn't blacken the oil. It doesn't use any oil, and my grass, I know it doesn't get that long, but it's very, very thick, so it's working. But it doesn't use any oil. I've never
My
had
Honda
to.
doesn't either.
Mine, that Husqvarna with the Honda never does.
No, it's
I don't see
amazing.
how. I mean, it's got to have some kind of blow by past those rings a little bit every time anyway.
Yeah,
40 hours on a
but
machine.
I mean, I'm telling you, Hank. I mean, even I'm the kind of guy. If it gets 1/3 down the dipstick, I'll top it off.
Oh, okay.
So, but I never. I mean, it's always at the full mark. I never had it use any oil, and it's
Well, wait a minute now. You're saying you're putting in a little bit and you never use it.
no.
Now, like which
No.
one is it? Come on now.
No, but I mean, if I'm the kind of guy, if a machine goes, 1/3 down the
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I will always add. So I don't let it run all the way down before I add.
Oh,
And it's never moved away from the full mark ever.
Right.
Is that OEM oil you're using there, Klaus?
That's a 5W30 full synthetic. And no, it's not OEM. It's from Shell.
yeah.
Rotella.
Nope.
Good
Helix Ultra full synthetic.
I'm still not a synthetic fan. I've had 2 engines come in this year, both using synthetic, and they were the 2 engines that blew.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No,
Wow.
I think, I don't know. I got my own theories on it. We all have, right?
On oil. Yeah.
No, well, air-cooled engines run a couple of 100 degrees hotter than a water-cooled engine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they're also made different though too. It's all Ford stuff.
No, but I mean, if you ask Briggs, they changed their recommendation.
Yeah, they changed their manuals. Yeah, they did.
5W30 will it'll be a better oil for it, but it'll also reduce oil consumption because the synthetic oil withstands heat much better than conventional oil.
A lot of people don't understand that the oil does have cooling properties in it.
Much more, yeah.
That's
Much more. Yeah, much more in an air-cooled engine than in a water-cooled.
They're liquid cooled, but they're liquid cooled by the oil.
Yeah, and that's why if you put a thicker oil in it on the hot side, you actually get a less cooling because it splashes around slower inside the engine.
But it might not consume as much oil.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't, in all honesty, that shouldn't make a difference.
I don't know. I had an old Ford with a 306 in it.
That's
It
different.
was so worn out.
Yeah.
That it would do cylinder wash with the gas, and you had to put oil in the cylinders to get enough compression to start it.
No, but I mean, in all honesty, if the engine is in good condition, of course, if the engine is worn, yes, you'll get less oil consumption
Mhm.
with a thicker oil. But if the engine is tip top, a thicker oil will only make it cool worse. If you look at the Vanguard recommendation, it's actually 1550, but that's for commercial use above 25 or 28 degrees C. But that's simply because the engine gets so hot that the oil gets thinner.
And then it's in a cavity as well. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's got an oil pump. It's got splash lubrication. That's it's got pressure lubrication. That's different.
My John Deere has liquid cooled,
Yeah.
oil pump, and like it holds 2.5 liters of fuel. Or something,
Yeah.
or oil. Like it's crazy, man.
Yep. But that's only a good thing.
I know. And so I changed the antifreeze on it this year, and it dropped. I thought, oh no, I got a leak. I'm not smelling it. I'm not doing anything. But it only dropped to a certain point, and now it's stayed there. So
Yeah. Air bubble.
Mhm.
Air bubble.
I
Yeah.
spilled the first half all over the floor. You guys know how I do that.
We saw that. Yeah.
Gotta get that mop out.
Yeah, that mops up antifreeze. It mops up gasoline. It mops up water.
It's called a mop oil.
They changed the carburetors. That's how they do it. In fact,
Hi, Simone.
that's how Kohler does it.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example. Kohler has a command engine that goes
Mhm.
9, 10 and a
9 to
half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 15 and a half. It's all the exact same bore stroke. They limit the carburetor stroke on the 9, and they just increase the size of the carburetor on the others.
Yeah.
So you're just
No,
feeding
but-
it more fuel.
So it makes you wonder if the little ones are running lean, eh?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I had a friend with a STX30, the little one that has the 9 horsepower. And I said to it, what is this thing? It was actually a throttle stop. It actually stopped the throttle a little bit. And I put a Chinesium on it from like a 17 and a half. And man, did it wake it up. It's the same engine. And he was saying to me, man, it's faster than it ever was.
Ray of hope. If you increase the compression by, say, having a smaller combustion chamber, you'll get more power out of the same engine, and they do that. They change the heads, they change the stroke length just a little bit. That's why the connecting rod is not the same for the different types of engines.
Oh,
So you can get more power out of the same CC.
Yeah, the
engine.
rod itself is longer, so they're increasing the compression. Get a little more
On
power.
a John Deere, you can increase the horsepower just by changing the butterfly in the
Yeah.
carburetor.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
twin one,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. No, but
Aaron, right?
on the Bricks we twins, depending on the capacity of the engine, you put those baffles in because it's the same carburetor, but you're limiting the intake of fuel and air to fit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to look at the size of the throat there, Ray. Look at the size of the throat inside the carburetor, the Venturi, and see, because there'd definitely be differences, you know.
No,
Yeah,
Ray.
even the- even
No,
the-
Ray.
do you
No,
think
Ray.
the size of the intake is the same, or do you think it's restricted to?
The intake itself, the hole is the same, but on the carburetors, I've seen different Venturi sizes, and on the
Yes.
9 horse, there's actually a throttle stop, so you can only open it 3/4 of the way.
Hmm.
You know.
No, Ray. You won't increase your horsepower by adding more fuel because the engine won't be able to take the extra fuel. You got to do something to increase. But to be honest, why would you change it from 14 and a half to 16? That makes no sense.
It's not going to help you go any faster.
No, it's not going to make you mow more because the torque setting will most likely be the same.
Right.
I mean, you could play with timing and other things. There's all different tricks you can do, you know.
Yeah, but it's
We
not.
did that with cars.
But are you going to notice 1.5 horsepower in a tractor or engine?
When I was
Same
young,
thing
I
with
used to
boat
think I
motors. You change the carb, they're more horsepower. Same thing with boat motors also. Yep.
I was a
Well,
kid,
motorcycle.
I was-
My Harley had a 30 millimeter in its stock. I changed it to a McCuney 42 millimeter. Yeah, it woke it up.
Unless you're racing the darn thing, I mean,
Yeah.
why would you want to change?
But you got to
Well, keep
remember,
in mind,
guys.
too,
You got to
they bring-
remember, guys, compared to a Harley and a lawnmower engine, which is governed. The Harley is not.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
In
But look, what the thing to look for too, though, is if you look in the service manuals for the 9, the 12.5, 13.5, 14.5, look at the RPM they're running at. The 9 runs at like 3,200, the 14 runs at 3,450, the 16 runs at 37. So you got to look at the torque curve and the horsepower curves too. Basically, same engine, but you're getting different points on the curve.
Yeah.
On lawnmower engines, if it's an older one, I always set them just below 3,200.
No, but I was just looking at pistons yesterday, and I have an old quantum piston that is actually used for an ashtray when I have smokers come by.
Nice.
But the circumference of that 190cc piston is exactly the same as it is on a Chonda, which is 125 or 35 cc engine, and the skirt on the Chinese is much smaller than it is on the Briggs, which means that you simply have an engine with the same size piston. It just has less travel,
shorter stroke.
Yeah.
Well, you got less rotating mass too. That helps.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Have you seen the pistons that are in those NASCARs? Like they take a V8.
Yeah.
They're just little tiny things. Eh?
Yeah.
And they only stroke about yay much. It's nothing. It's like,
Yeah, the fast ATVs too. They had the little ones.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, I bought some Felpro 2468 head gasket material.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Took me the last head gasket I ordered was just from 90 miles away, Lawnmower Hospital. 2 weeks and it didn't show up. So we did a trace on it. It ended up in Montreal, 3,000 kilometers away. And then it came the next day. They expedited it from Montreal. They screwed up. The postal system screwed up.
Ray, yes, Briggs does. But what Ken was talking about was Kohler engine.
I digress.
And yeah, we actually, you said check it out. Thank you. I think we know, but that's just. Thank you.
I think 3,600 is a little high.
Well,
most
small engines, that's the magic number for generators. Things
for timing and voltage on generators.
Yeah, but Briggs will still say.
Hey, now I can see William. Now I can see him.
Yeah, William.
What you do?
William I.
He changed names. I don't know what that other one is, but I can't see it. This one I can see.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that one I don't know what the.
I mean, the 3,600 RPMs is not a.
It might be a different account.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go. That's good, Simone. Always good to have subs. Yeah, I tell you, after the stream yesterday with James and Gary, I got a 30 or 40.
Yeah, what were you saying, Klaus?
I was saying that Briggs is always rating the engines at 3,600 RPM. That doesn't mean the engine is rated to run at 3,600 RPMs all the time.
No.
That's just when they make the numbers.
They're a little underrated, but you know what? That's for us or for the people to keep them under there, let them run right. I mean, you could boost them up a little bit, but you're taking that chance,
32 is almost perfect.
Yeah. 32 is.
Well, you got to use the number 19,000 feet per minute blade tip speed.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also, I mean, if you increase the RPM on an engine, its lifespan goes down immediately.
Our friends in England, they have such tiny little lawnmowers, like 19-inch and 18-inch. Here you go and buy a lawnmower, it's a 22-inch.
Yeah. I'd love to find
21, 22 is the norm here.
I'd love to find one of those little 19 inches just for the edging,
I mean, honestly, they're nice. And believe it or not, you're not going to mow much faster going from 19 to 22 inch, even though it sounds crazy.
You
but
get in between things a lot easier.
I tell you, though, with my Snapper, my rear engine rider, it's a 28 inch, which is the smallest rear engine they sell. But even a 28 inch, when you go and do your lines and stuff, it looks like a big walk behind almost.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Well, nothing like a good snapper, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Simone, you got to get one of those cheap little orange tacks that are like $8. The real cheap ones. They work good. I was just using one this morning with Tom, and it was actually reading half. So I had to double the reading because sometimes when you buy those little tacks, one of them would be rated for a 4-cycle engine, the other one for a 2-cycle, and one will give you half the reading. So you have
Don't forget though, with a 4-stroke lawnmower engine, you still got to spark every revolution.
wasted spark.
You want to use every second one.
Yeah.
I always said it for 2-stroke. I can change mine from 2-stroke to 4-stroke, from 1 cylinder to 8 cylinders. I always go 2-stroke because, as Bruce says, it gives you an impulse every time it rotates, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Wasted spark.
Nice.
Yeah, a wasted spark. Yeah.
38.
72.
But I'm telling you, Bruce, I had one kicking me around the other day. An old one of those clippos came in with a little Bricks Sprint, 350, 375, something like that. And it wouldn't start right. It was shooting out the carburetor, and I'm like, okay. We got a timing issue. So let's look at
Pull off
no. It
What
was
was it?
fine. It was fine. I said, okay. Maybe we got a bad plug, new plug. No,
Yeah.
it didn't. Maybe we got a bad carburetor. You know, it's got the little gasket thingies. You know, the in-tank stuff. I changed that. No, it didn't work out.
Right.
It ran, it ripped the pull cord right out of my hand every third pull. I said, "What the F is going on?" So I went over to pick up a new coil, because that was some. I don't know if that would work. That's the next logical thing.
Well, you just keep going.
Yeah.
Bent shaft? No.
No bent shaft. No, it and it's a nice little small solid engine. Didn't look like
Did
it
the
was.
coil
easy.
do it?
I never went there because I second checked if the blade was tight, and it was tight. And then it wasn't tight for about a third of a revolution, and then it became tight again.
Oh,
This mower has a little fiber washer between the blade and the hub, as basically as a protection.
yeah.
And that thing had been worn, or it was loose or something. It would go, and then it would be stuck. So stuck that I could rotate the engine, but then it went over this and it went freewheeling for about a third of a turn. That's what did it.
Just the change in load.
Yeah, because it lost its momentum, and then it came back, and it lost it. It came back. That thing was kicking me around for a good hour.
There's been a lot of stuff thrown away because of silly little things like that. Like I had on my pressure washer video, the engine would run, and as soon as I squeezed the wand, it would quit.
Mm.
So I went through everything, and I didn't think it was the spark plug because it was running.
Yeah.
You know, it felt more like a gas load issue, right? And it was the freaking spark plug.
I've seen that one. I was so surprised. I was like, no.
I'm not changing the plug. It's running.
No, but
In answer to William's question, depending on where you buy that fuel, the true fuel, look at how old it is.
Oh yeah, I did a video on that, on how to tell what the date is on there, because they tell you like the Gregorian, it's just like a digit.
I remember that one.
So it'll say, like, in fact, I just bought some yesterday for my brother-in-law, and the date on it was 187-23. So 187, sometime in June. That's fine.
It's like any other fuel. It does have its expiration.
Yeah, I mean, if it's sealed, they say 2 years. You know, so
the other thing too, William, that you have to pay attention to is you need to read the label, because the alkylate fuels are an engineered fuel product. And what is it? Is it aspen and steel are the only two of those? Is that right?
I think that. Yeah, something
like that. And then true fuel, and what's the other one?
It's STP and
STP. All those things. A lot of people theorize
those are
just non-ethanol in a can. So
non-ethanol is the best part of it, but it's just pump gas.
I remember that one. Ken, didn't you do it in the store?
Yeah, I was actually in the store, and I looked at a crate because I wanted to buy some, and they literally had 6 months variance whether you went to an end kiosk or on the shelf next to the power equipment.
Yeah.
So literally a 6 month difference. So is 6 months going to make a difference? It might, but you know what? I'll be honest. If I buy a quart of True Fuel, that thing's gone in 3 weeks.
Especially chainsaw,
Yeah.
And when they don't sell it, it goes up on a rack somewhere for next year.
Yeah,
You
you can
know-
tell too because the ones in my video, the bottles were all dusty. All the cans, the tops were really.
Mhm.
It was 6 months old, and then you see the crate. The actual crates had the date code on the crate, and I looked and I saw one that was like 4 days ago, and I was like, "Oh, shoot!" So I grabbed some of those.
I like reusing those cans though.
Yeah. I put my own mix in them. Like
Me
like,
too.
I'll go.
Okay,
I'll buy
confession time.
Stell or Sunoco Premium, and I'll put
27 Hail
I like
Marys.
Steel Ultra.
Say
I
what?
Okay,
only-
Bruce, what's
Yeah,
the
I only
confession?
mix it.
I'm listening.
Uh oh.
Nope. Okay, I bought a package of these. There's 10 of them in here. They're the gaskets
Yes.
for the
Classics.
classics.
Yep.
A year or so ago, I bought 10 Chinese ones, and they suck.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, actually, they don't suck. That's what sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
You got a
When I
double.
ordered these, it was 10 per package, and I thought, oh man, I'm probably going to get another 10 Chinese ones. No,
But where's it made?
Yeah.
Bruce? Where's it say? Made where?
US.
Mexico?
Probably
US.
Taiwan.
Oh,
if they're
you
made in
suck.
Mexico, that's fine.
Mexico. Yeah, we like Mexico.
US.
The Chinese
Maybe-
ones, that
So-
rubber they use is not good.
So
I
what,
don't have my
Bruce, what are
barcode.
those? Flip the package around. Are those
Right
the
there,
diaphragms for the 3.5?
That's the big gasket, Bruce? Because there's two of them, the two gaskets, right?
Is that,
Yeah, there's two. They're both in here. One's a gasket and one's a diaphragm.
Diaphragm, yeah.
but that's for the
That-
Pulsaprime, right?
Is
Yeah.
that 5 times 2 kits or 10 total kits?
Made in the U.S., my friend.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, but isn't U.S. isn't that a city in Mexico?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I'm
What I found out about the Chinese sets is that they will run perfectly fine if there's no ethanol in the fuel.
Mhm.
Right.
you're talking about these guys, right?
The second they sniff
That's a Briggs.
ethanol, they
These are okay.
Almost
The
like
standards
they're
are all
putting
right.
Those are okay.
Yeah,
And
but where's
Oregon's are
same
okay.
part number?
But if you get the cheapo Chinese
Yes.
ones, they will run fine on no ethanol fuel. The second they smell ethanol, they get all curly and weird.
Yeah. Is that your part number, Bruce? 52175?
175 is the number. The
Well,
Sten's
No, that's the Stens
Oh, that's
number.
their
The
number, yeah.
Briggs
What's
number
it
is,
about?
you
490?
know, he's going to have a different number because he got him in a 10-pack or a
How about
5-pack or
10-pack?
whatever.
It says 42.51.
Right.
But I was pretty happy when that came in the mail today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call those Chinese ones shrinky dinks.
Well, and these are okay. They are made. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they are made in the USA.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
the
mean,
same
if
thing.
you
That's
them-
Stens.
Yeah.
I
Stens,
trust I
Yeah, because
trust
Stens
Stens
is
and I
owned
trust
by
Royal.
Aaron's.
Yep, Aaron's. Yep.
is it?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. But yeah, I buy these at the local agri supply for like $1.25 a piece or something or other.
So for me, this was a good deal. I got them for about $3.50 a piece for Canada. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's like you guys paying $2.90, $2.80.
Right.
Mhm.
That's good. And
That's
to
not
the
bad.
door, because when I leave the house, I spend $200. So if I can have something come to the front door, I don't have to spend $200. You
Bruce,
start up your truck, you go for lunch, you do this, you do that, you stop at Canadian Tire to buy some oil, you know.
Bruce, you are such a cheap date, man.
I am.
I am.
I'm a cheap tightwad son of a bitch 9 months of the year, and then I go crazy for the state.
Then you go to Mexico and mellow out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about anything. Manana.
Sky's the limit.
Manana. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Later, I think that means manana means later.
No, tomorrow.
Is it?
Hmm.
Our friend the greasy shop rag. Later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Later.
All right.
Sally, you're right.
Oh, yep.
Almost
Yep.
got it.
Almost got
I
me.
was watching in the basement, but I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. How many of us were doing the dance?
Oh,
Oh, it's a spring roll.
Oh.
Hey, you can hear me if I unmute.
Hey,
Looks like a chair leg. It's got kind of a coily-doily thing on it.
Oh, I know what that is, I think.
What is it?
Type it in the chat.
Oh, I can't type on mine for some reason.
Al said face of a leather mallet.
Ah,
Hammer tip.
Remember, you
What?
win absolutely nothing.
ah.
Did he get it?
Ow, that I didn't even have a chance to load up the real picture. I thought I was doing some harder ones this week.
Stella, you suck at this.
I do. I suck at this. All right, how about this one?
You
How
said the
about
one Tom's did suck.
here's like one live and in person. See if you can figure this one out. Go ahead. I dare you.
All right.
Can't we see the same picture?
Oh, you got to bring me up. Sorry.
Oh, hold on. Boom. Oh,
Oh,
That's a cutter for paper.
pizza cutter. Yeah, looks like a pizza cutter. Is it small engine related still?
Well, I guess it's
no more.
I guess it's a paper.
Dang it. I just converted. I did take a picture. I just converted it to a PDF so I could try to get that up. Here. Let me see if I can share my share screen.
It's a blade for a multi-cutter.
Sheet metal cutter.
No, it's got
There
a
you go.
D hole. It rotates because it's got a D-shaped hole in it, so it definitely.
Can you see that now?
No.
Nope.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
So did Al win the last one or what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that was too darn fast. I didn't even have a chance to upload the full picture of it. I will do that just for everyone's satisfaction. But I'm going to give you something hard now. Can you guys see this one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
All
got
right.
like
It's got
little
holes in it, and it's got the D-shaped hole.
It's got little indentations.
Is that
around
like
it.
an air compressor disc that goes on the top of an air compressor piston?
It looks like a,
it
some
kinda
kind of
looks
a
like
metal diaphragm.
An air compressor disc.
Yeah, on top of an air
Huh.
compressor, like the check valves on top of an air compressor.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Kenny.
Yeah, looks sort of like it.
Well,
Sounded good though, didn't it?
Now, is that the lid to a cookie press? You know, you make cookies with it squirts out the dough.
Oh.
Remember
It
those?
says
that used
20 to 1
twist
on
them?
there.
Remember the ones you used to have to twist and it pushes the dough down?
just because
You know, you saw how small this thing was, right? I actually have it in my hand.
Yeah.
Look there, it's got V's on it and a 21, 20-1.
What industry, Stella? Any particular industry? Is it small engine or what is it?
It is engine related.
Small engine or big engine though?
Well, no, actually, there are some of these on small engines. I should say that. Yeah, there is.
Oh, like a regulator diaphragm?
Looks like it might have a spring.
It's a slip clutch.
Some kind of
Well,
a
it's got
suction
bypass
diaphragm.
holes in it, so I
Well,
mean it
it's got that
rotates
little
'cause
hole,
it's got the hole, but it's got little holes in it, which are usually like
Maybe for a
bypass.
distributor.
for air.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Any hints, Stella? Any kind of hints?
I don't know. I mean, some of you guys are getting close. I can tell you
Where
that
would
much.
we-
I'll give you that much.
Where would
Hint.
we buy it, Stella? Where would we actually buy something like that?
Probably off a
Like
scooter.
an
Well, you
auto
know,
parts
that's kind of
store?
funny because I was trying to find where to buy it and I couldn't find where to buy it.
China. Buy it in China.
Yeah.
Alibaba.
Ray has a good answer. I like his answer. The washer for his trimmer head. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think so.
What does it contact,
And-
Stella? Fuel, water, air? What's it contact? Anything?
I don't know what it contacts. Oh, I know what it contacts. Light.
Light.
Contact light. Oh, okay. So
It's an ABS disc for
Oh,
the
like a
brake
rocker
system
wheel
on
or
the scooter.
yeah,
It's a
that,
DVD disc.
Impulse thing.
It's a what disc, Hank?
DVD.
Oh, is that like one of those reluctant discs
Yeah,
inside a
those are
distributor?
becoming extinct.
It's still like a reluctant disc inside a distributor for electronic ignition.
What is a reluctor disc?
It breaks up the light so it pulses,
Yeah.
so that a sensor can sense the
pulse.
pulses and give you an RPM.
RPM, yeah.
Like an electronic ignition, it will allow the light to go through the little holes so it senses how fast it's rotating. For an electronic distributor.
You've been smoking something, Ken.
I think you're onto something, Kenny.
Well, on an anti-lock brake, they call it a reluctor wheel. It's got a bunch of veins in it, like slots, and it breaks up the signal so that it tells how many RPM it is, so it tells when your wheels are rotating. But that looks like something from a distributor, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, you're close, but not quite.
Not quite.
Probably a projector.
Is it ignition related though?
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Like something out of a timing light or something with timing?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. It's a hammer. Thor.
Sorry, I wanted to show the whole hammer. Dang.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. Oh, what happened?
Because I didn't even get a chance to upload that thing, and Al already clobbered it. I mean,
that's a leather hammer, huh?
that's what Al said. He said leather hammer.
yeah.
How come I can't show? There we go.
It should be. I don't know. It's my internet's pretty slow.
It looks
See,
like
I don't-
something for
Bruce is saying projector.
Now, what I will say is this is damaged. This picture that you're seeing right here, it is damaged. That little highlight in the upper left-hand corner is damaged to this.
dented.
Mm-hmm.
So that should not be there.
And it's made out of stainless, right?
It's a
It is
speedometer.
stainless steel.
It's a speedometer drive.
Oh, you were so close, Klaus.
Yes,
Tachometer
because of the
drive.
D hole. The D hole, eh?
Tachometer drive.
It's a throttle cable.
What is it? Just like a deflector, a light deflector for a gauge or something?
Kenny, you are way off the track.
Oh, okay.
Klaus has been the closest so far.
Let's see. No more hints? It's electronic, right? Possibly did it have to do an ignition somehow?
Nope.
Was it for electronic choke?
No.
Yeah, like a binder
No.
spring? No.
Something is driven off those little.
How fast does it rotate, Stella? Can you tell us that?
Depends
never-
on. Throttle. Depends on.
It's
throttle.
it's variable.
Oh.
I never had a chance.
Variable speed.
Has the outer edge got grooves?
How about the piston for a grease gun? I don't know.
It's the cover plate for the CVT gear on the scooter.
No, this has nothing to do with the scooter. Well, it could be. No, I don't know any scooters.
Oh,
No.
who's that for? Somebody's
Who's got YouTube on?
Yeah.
I hear a loud echo back here now.
Whoever
Yes,
came up
yes.
after, it's either Rob or Simone, one or the other.
Wait, I muted. Nope. How about now?
Stella, I gotta say, you redeemed yourself. I give up.
All right, Stella, we give up. Okay, unless you can give us another hint that we can get it.
It looks to me like it's some sort of thermometer dial.
Oh, wait a
Nope.
minute. It's got slots in it. I didn't see the slots before.
Yeah, we didn't see the slots
Oh,
before.
you can see through it.
Yeah, the slots.
Oh, it's transparent.
Hmm.
Is that from a, that's not from a
It's the
pressure
mission
regulator.
timing wheel. It measures
A fuel pump
RPMs
pressure?
and feeds it back to either a tachometer or ignition or speed
Like a reluctor
sensor
wheel?
or-
You're on
Klaus, you were so close. You were so close. Oh,
Is it
Hey,
for
I-
an
I hurt for you,
Transmission,
Klaus.
Stella? Anything
ABS
to do with
system,
transmission?
anti-lock brake system, something.
Yeah, like a
No.
reluctor wheel. But I'm just saying, how about a transmission? Anything with a transmission, Stella, or is it more with like a gauge?
PTO.
Square
It's
hole.
definitely timed. Yeah.
I give up.
No, I have no idea.
It almost looks like a mechanical tachometer drives disc.
Yeah, it definitely measures something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if it uses light, to flick it on and off.
It doesn't have to use light. It can just be the magnetic impulse.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we get to know what engine it's off?
Or is it universal, Stella?
I'm sure they're in many different engines, but this particular one is I don't think that really matters. I think it's in any kind of engine.
I think it's off of a 2023 RAV4.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like something used in a, like a tack or something.
Stella, you redeemed yourself big
Go
time.
ahead, Stella. We're dying here. Go ahead. Show us.
Does this help?
Yep. Ignition.
Ignition coil.
It's a sensor for the speed control.
But what's it on, Stella? What's it actually on?
Yeah, what kind of a machine it came off of?
That's a scooter. That's
I keep giving you all these hints. This is are you ready?
Yes, we're ready. We're going to sleep here.
I have redeemed myself. This is a crank position sensor.
Oh man.
That's what a reluctor wheel is, but
Wow.
I knew it one of them. I just thought I'd let you guess.
From a Nissan.
I've never seen one before.
Yeah, I wasn't far off when I said it came off a RAV4.
Yeah.
You were very close.
Good one, Stella. Good
I was salvaging all the aluminum parts. This is I had trouble with a Nissan I used to drive, and I went through like 2 or 3 of these, and this is the last one I found it in cleaning up at my house, and I was like, I'll take that apart. And I've since really messed it up. I've really banged it up, trying to straighten out that little dent that I took out of it. But it's kind of cool. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Cereal.
Goes to
I didn't
show
even
how
have to
many
show you
little...
like a tiny picture. Woof.
That was a good one, Stella. You had us.
That logo on that hammer. Can we see that again?
Which one? The leather hammer?
Yeah.
what do you want? The
Well,
logo?
no, I don't. I've already taken it out, but I mean, I'll show you a real one.
There's the symbol on it. That's what.
The symbol on it was a Thor. It's what it was, and I.
It looked like a skull. The one that Kenny put up. Is it the leather one that Kenny put up?
Yeah, it was a leather one, and the brand name on that was a Thor. And I had to reverse the image so that Kenny didn't get hit with some sort of copyright something or other. I reversed all these images. So
you know what it looked like? It looked like that blue logo there.
I can't see that.
That's a Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
No, I have no idea.
Man, I have not seen one of those in years.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's that from, a video game?
Yeah, Dreamcast. Yeah.
Pretty soon they're going to start putting music on computers.
But that's like you're in a time capsule.
This one still works.
Still works.
Yeah. The only thing is the battery on the motherboard's gone, so I need to do some repair work. I got an email. The welder's on its way.
Oh, there you go. What'd you end up getting?
It should be due on the 6th.
That's what the lawnmower
There
detective
we
said
go.
about his
A little
Chinese
swirl on the end of the
keyboard.
hammer.
Yep.
Zoom in on the brown bit.
I don't know if she could zoom on it. Can you zoom still?
Oh, I better go and make sure I like this.
No, I don't know how to zoom in on that.
I don't like this flashing tools in front of me thing. GHOR Thor number 3.
Yeah, it's a Thor number 3. And
I have a hammer, but it's not made out of leather. It's made out of looks like the dog chew stuff. It's clear.
Yeah.
You don't have a leather hammer yet.
Yet.
It's almost like
This
a
is
dead blow, but not, right?
It is.
This is just what they call a rawhide mallet, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing, Hank.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
Because that one's new and ours is not.
I use this for whaling on cranks and not messing up threads.
Right.
I pray
Well,
for
sometimes
a hammer.
when you're taking off a flywheel, sometimes you just never know if they're going to come.
That's true.
My Thor hammer on my video is made out of steel. It's got the big head like this.
Yeah.
the
And you
short
pray,
handle.
and you pray more before you hit it.
It works for
please
Hollywood.
Don't let me.
Ooh.
Plastic and cork? Is that cork and plastic or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's
You
got
can-
knowledge.
You
Yeah,
can whale them and beat them up. You know, I don't have a lot of miles on this one.
That one's
that's
that
right.
one-
Actually, there's a store called.
A hammer. So
Brock, that's a very, very experienced
it's not
hammer you
NCM.
have there.
Yeah. My dad
Well,
gave
this
me this
one-
hammer 25 years ago, maybe.
No, it's that hammer's seen some mileage for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just muted you, Simone. I was trying to see if I could get rid of that echo, and once I muted you, that echo is gone. So
Is your YouTube still up?
I don't know.
It's just
Kinda
because
weird, man.
Simone is so good. We get to hear her twice.
the only thing that's on in here is my fridge, and it's making any noise.
Tell the
Seems
fridge
better
to
now.
stop making an echo.
This,
What's
this,
the
my
HOC?
internet does this frequently, so
Is your fridge running? Go catch it.
Yeah.
That's right.
it's my
Go
fridge.
catch it.
You should parler français, et vous?
Simone,
Did you actually make any of those phone calls, Brock? Though did you? I did when I was a child.
Oh, yeah.
Crank phone calls.
Uh huh. All the
Is
time. Got in
Is your
trouble all the
refrigerator
time.
running? You better go catch it.
Mhm. Yeah, we used to call the bars all the time.
Yeah.
Yellow pages.
Yeah, I know.
What's the HOC, Simone, on your name tag?
Hooked on classic.
HOC, Hooked on Classics.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're good, Bruce. You're good.
Shall I exit and come back in?
No,
I wouldn't worry about it.
at the moment,
Usually it's
it's
just on
fine.
YouTube. Huh?
It's fine at the moment, Simone. What happened to Rob? He
I don't
disappeared.
know.
He was in the
He's on his
car.
mobile phone,
He
so.
so.
Ah.
Bonjour, Cajun Hunter. Coin Hunter.
Asian.
Hey, Cajun. Ooh,
And Rusty
Coin hunting.
Rooster. Holy
coin
smokes.
hunting. Cajun, I have coins.
Hey, Rusty. The video
Yay,
you
Rooster! Hey, good to see you again. Saw the video today
Where do I put them?
what
with
video?
all the magic.
That's
inside
right.
Paula.
Prince Albert in a can. I did that too. You better let him go.
Before he suffocates.
Uh-oh, Bruce got a bunch of coins.
Oh, Bruce.
Yeah, Cajun.
Sorry, Dave.
Rusty, you're making us show our age, Rusty.
I know.
Yep. What's Simone got?
Most of those are. Oh, that's nice. Most of those are.
What is that? The dollar coins? Or
No, these are UK 50 pence coins.
well,
Right.
We have a brand new one. Actually, I can show you because I've got one free.
The F word. I love free.
Brand new King Charles coin.
Oh,
wow.
that's nice.
That is.
they always do the side view. Yeah.
You know.
I was talking to my dad the other day because
So does that have 2023 on it? That's really cool because exactly 70 years ago this year, Grandma took over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama.
So that's brand new. That kit, that's been out like 3 weeks.
That's
Wow.
nice.
nice.
Make sure
And
you
that's
handle
what would you
right
say?
edges.
50 pence?
50 pence. Yes.
I was
Jelly
talking.
coins.
I was talking to my dad the other day because he's got a Bitcoin collection too, and I told him, you know what, Dad, when you're going to move to a smaller house or apartment, why don't you try and sell it? Oh, he says, oh no, I'll never sell it. I said, you better, because when you're dead, that's the first thing I'm going to do to it.
Right.
I have
Only
one
worth
American
something if somebody
coin.
wants it.
He sort of looked at me and said, you know what? You never use it. You never show it. It's been lying there for 25 years. Sell the damn thing.
Okay, Klaus, you obviously don't have the heart of a coin collector.
I have,
No, I don't. And then we start talking about his stamps.
Or what is it?
Oh no.
A numismatist.
A coin collector only makes somebody else rich after they pass.
Oh, you guys are so tough.
Recognize that one?
Got a hole in it. Defective.
The story, Bruce, is that he was complaining about all the stuff he had to move once he wants to get another house. I said, well, you can start unloading. You can start unloading some of the stuff you have.
Gorgeous George.
And he said, well, there's nothing to unload. Well, I can find a few things, Dad, if you want me to, like a coin collection or stamps and he didn't quite take it well. So I dropped the subject fast.
Good.
Yeah.
He's a collector.
Yep.
Right.
It's either in your blood or it isn't.
Yeah.
These were my grandfather's coins.
No.
Cajuns have got curls and spoolies in his hair for curls. Remember spoolies? They used to wrap the hair around and then flip it. Or am I dating myself?
Curlers, yeah.
Curlers.
It's spoolie.
Yeah, it was good to see a video from you again.
Yeah, well,
even though you were talking magic about that, I didn't get the stuff with it.
The pixies and
Well, I understood that. I still don't know how it works. I just put it together and
right. The fairies and the pixies get mad at each other.
It was actually a good explanation. It really was.
Yeah.
This one's 150 years old.
Holy.
Oh, nice.
Are we talking about your hand?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not that.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Approximately.
Yeah. Wow. What is
Morgan.
What's on the reverse?
Pardon me?
What's on the other side?
American, you flip them this way, right?
Yep, that's the
There's
reverse.
eagle on the other side.
Oh, wow, nice.
I thought she said, what's under her dress?
Is that a dollar?
It's a silver dollar. And in Canada, we never made a silver dollar until 1935.
Wow.
Where's my oldest coin?
So we used the American ones.
1926.
It's kind of weird that we kept our coins in some sort of rare metal like silver or copper.
Right until 1984.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the pennies have the most value from Canada because the exchange rate of a dollar is less than American dollar. But if you took 100 of your pennies, you still got a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the bank opens them up.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to make your money out of something valuable because it's the number on whatever currency you're looking at that determines the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
So to make a dollar out of silver, that makes no sense. You might as well make it out of iron. It'll still have the same value, you know?
No, but these have silver value. You don't spend them.
Yeah. I know, and they're collectors and items and all that, but still.
And it's also a hedge against inflation if you want to buy gold. That's a whole new subject.
U.S. just passed cryptocurrency what they want to use, you know? Yeah. So eventually money's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Money's worth it.
I have a $20 million. It's an African dollar. It's an African dollar. 20 million. It says 20 million on it.
And that's enough probably for a loaf of bread.
Botswana or something? Yeah.
This coin. Sorry.
That's inflation, eh?
It's 198 years old.
Wow.
Right on. Good for you.
Nice.
1826.
I'll say that and a quarter still won't get you a cup of coffee at the local.
It's still worth
Yeah. That'd be a penny?
It's a penny.
Yeah, and it's still worth a penny.
No, it's probably worth about $40.
No.
Oh, it's battered, it's dented, it's got lots of damage, but it's still legible. The oldest coin I have.
I have a German mark bill somewhere where they would stamp the extra zeros on it, you know, from the mid to the
You
late
needed a
30s.
wheelbarrow full of money to go get a loaf of bread.
Exactly. Crazy.
Wow.
crazy.
So Rooster got frustrated making that
Yep.
video. The Pixies and Dixies that.
Wow. Hey, I've just looked on
Well,
eBay.
It was still a good explanation, Rooster.
It was, yeah.
I've just looked on eBay. They're going for about £16.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hey, how
Hey,
y'all?
Blue.
Occasion.
Hey, Lewis, Hank, Simone, Bruce, Bobby Moser, Miss Stella, and Ken. How y'all are today?
Hello.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Did you miss Brock?
No. He said Lewis.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Hank. Yeah.
Somebody's bought one of
Bruce,
these for
I'm sorry,
130.
Hank. You're on fire today, aren't you?
Who is?
You are. Yeah. Too much coffee this morning, or?
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Good one.
You know what I seen cool the other day was it was a live stream with Hank and Ken, and then Stella come on, and everywhere was all brand new and everything. I just thought that was so cool. Yeah, I think it was their first live stream. It was on Hank's channel.
That was over my house, yeah, and Ken came over, and yeah, that was my first live stream, basically.
Oh, were we in the garage?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so cool because they're like, "Hey, this is the mower lady, and
Yeah.
tell us about yourself." I'm like, I said, "Oh wow, this got to be pretty old," And then I looked and said, "Was it like 6 years or something like that?" I can't remember.
Oh no, it wasn't that long ago.
No,
I don't think.
I'm always promoting somebody. Here's the Greasy Shop Rat.
Crazy
Nice.
Shop Bag.
Yeah, he's great video.
Yeah.
If you like chainsaws, yeah.
Chainsaws are cool.
Kenny, I got Kenny. Did you get the WhatsApp to work today?
Yeah, like you said, you got to reboot or whatever.
I think everyone said you have to like shut down and reboot and start over again, and it comes back.
Yeah, it was
So.
kind of frustrating. Yeah, you'd go on, and 10 seconds later, it would just shut you off.
TG, I just saw this chat. The what is it idea is not my idea. I mean, I think a lot of live streamers do this. Mick is the one that I think started this. But yeah, it's fun, trying to figure out some of this stuff. I mean, this came out of a Nissan. The reason I have like 3 of these is because this came out of a Nissan Quest, which was actually made by Ford. And there was some real problems with it because this was when Nissan came to Ford and said, "Will you guys manufacture this van for us?" And it originally had an interference engine. And I found an old Yahoo group with a bunch of the Ford engineers that said, because Ford had just taken a bath on the Ford, I think it was the Ford Escort that had an interference engine, and they had to replace engine after engine. And Ford says, you designed this with a non-interference engine. And this is the reason I bought this van, is because, you buy a van with 100,000 miles and nobody tells you if they've replaced the timing belt on it or not.
Nope.
So, you know right away, if you buy like a minivan with about 100,000 or anything with about 100,000 miles, just add $1,500 to the cost, because you're going to have to do it within probably 6 months, or you're going to wreck your engine and then spend $5,000 on it. So, but yeah, that was very interesting, because that was when the only time that once Ford said, "Okay, we'll do it for you," they called it a Nissan Quest. It was a Mercury something or other. I had one of those too.
Yeah, the Villager, right? Villager.
Yeah, Mercury Villager. Yeah, because I had one of those in my business, and when I said I want a van for myself, I was like, looking for something with non-interference. And then, of course, they stopped doing that several years later. But yeah, I had to go through a couple of distributors for that. So
Yeah, was that the same chassis as the Aerostar?
No, the Windstar.
I think it was the
Windstar. Yep.
yeah, they came, and like I said, I was just trying to strip it out because I need to make a run to the to the metal recycler. So I basically broke it all down to like the aluminum, whatever it was. I got all the stuff out of it.
Even if it's got a steel sleeve or something in it, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I was kind of shocked because I was like, oh no, I'm trying to get this bearing out. It's this teeny tiny little thing. It just fell out in my hand. I was like, huh, how nice. Right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's how refreshing.
Yeah.
Even with a Tecumseh block or an old Briggs block, there's usually some piece of steel in there you can't get out.
Oh, I know. Well, that's the head on that Honda Passport I've got. I can't.
Yeah, then they call it trash, and then now you're all
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, so you get transmission price versus aluminum price, which is
right.
Talking about cars, do you guys have the Jeep Renegade in the States?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know who makes them?
Fiat.
Yeah.
I would stay about as far away from that thing as you can ever be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My niece is
If you have a Fiat without a red light flashing, it's because the bulb went out.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta use that one.
Horrible cars.
Well, anything Chrysler now, it's all Fiat Chrysler.
Yeah.
No, it's not them. It's like
Stellantis.
Stalagna or
Oh, is that what it is now?
or stalagmite or stalagmite or
Stellantis.
stalagmite.
Fiat Chrysler.
Hanger go up or down.
That's right.
Fiat Chrysler isn't part of Stellantis, is it? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they own them now. Yeah,
Okay.
well, Fiat sold them.
Yeah, well,
They made the only car in the world that rusted in the showroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where the crank position sensor goes in right there.
Yeah.
And spins
That was a mean
around
one,
and around.
Stella.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was a mean one.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nah, you redeemed yourself, Stella. Big time.
Well, I've been such a loser on these. I got to do something.
Yeah.
There you
well,
go, like this, Stella.
I'm not very good at these either.
Look
So
at Bruce.
That's right.
That's L7, right?
But I don't think there's much more I can do with this with parts. By the way, I think I just have to put all the rest of this in the the scrap pile.
Yeah.
Because no telling what actually went wrong with this. It could have been the position sensor itself. I have no idea.
Coil.
What are they getting for aluminum prices now?
I can go. One of the places I go, they publish the prices like every day. I don't. It's whatever it is. I don't know. But I do try to clean up the aluminum and get everything off that's not aluminum, so I can get the best price for it.
I got a guy. You know what? I usually only get $30 when I fill my pickup truck and I go down to the junk dealer. I got a guy that almost cost me that because I have to wash my truck when I get home. So I got a guy that comes and picks it up and takes it away.
I got the same thing. That's why I was questioning it.
I lost my scrap guy when I moved.
Yeah.
Well, I can do that, or I can load it up in my truck and take it to the dump and not get any money for it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I just might as well get a few bucks for it. Why not?
And then someone's going to bury it.
I've
Right.
done a similar thing. Took some scrap to the breaker's yard, weighed it all in, and it wasn't even enough to really put any fuel in the car.
Yeah. And
Well, but you see, it costs more for me to go to the dump where I can take that. It's like an hour and a half round trip. Whereas if I go to the metal recycler, it's like a 20-minute round trip.
Well,
so they're close.
yeah.
So
Okay, here's a pender. Here's how I justify it, though, right? So let's say I got $35 for all the junk in the back of my truck. If I go to the dump and they charge me $35 at the dump to get rid of it, so I'm actually $70 out.
that's right.
True.
Yeah, so for instance, I got a trailer for a jet ski that I have to take to the dump to weigh so I can get the paperwork for it, but it's an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
But to weigh it, it costs $6.
So Simone,
How about
your
a
money
truck?
looks like yours.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't.
Do you have a truck?
Oh yeah, it's the Queen.
Is that
Yeah.
is that Chuckles on that bill?
No, it's the Queen.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
Queen.
So are you guys gonna get Chuckles on your money, Bruce?
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Eventually. All right.
Chuckles. I
We
like
haven't
that.
got. We've only got
Oh,
2 coins
Chuckles.
so far.
I've got one of these.
Shekels.
Plastic money.
I got a few of them plastic Canadian bills.
Hey,
Well, the first time I went to Australia, they had just come out with those plastic bills, and what people were doing is they were taking an eraser and erasing the Queen's eyes out of it. It was like really kind of creepy.
25 cents.
Woo!
Canadian Tire
that's
money.
a Canadian
Canadian
tire.
Tire money, yeah.
Canadian tire money.
Yeah, but who's the lunatic dressed up as a king?
Who knows?
Mr. Canadian Tire. I don't know.
It's a cheap. You know what?
Got that.
You know what? You know what? They actually made it out of real, like paper type paper, money type paper. It's quite. It feels like a dollar bill.
Yeah.
Somebody in Mexico was tipping the locals with one of those. Isn't that rude?
Yep.
You're kidding. That's terrible, Bruce. I can't believe that.
It's just store money. Bruce bucks, exactly.
And I thought you Canadians were all really nice people. That's terrible.
Not everyone.
Oh boy. That's $1.
So that's 1,000 kroner. What? That's like $1.25?
Yeah.
It's like $130 or $40.
$40.
Really?
Yep.
$20 Jackson.
Yeah.
It's the biggest bill we have. So. Oh yeah. Queen's money.
That's my old line. Anybody get change for 1,000?
Yeah, right here.
And our money is just but ugly.
Here, you want one?
It all looks the same.
It is. It all looks the same.
Yeah.
Our money is ugly.
There he goes.
It's the same size.
You just glance at it, you know what it is, right?
What you got there, Cajun?
Which one's silver?
The one on the left.
Yeah.
This one?
Tilt it on its side, right?
The first one.
See which one
first one you jiggle around.
It has the copper stripe on it. Yeah.
That one's silver.
Yeah.
I went to the bank.
The glare gives it away.
Got some money out, and I said, "Hey, you got any funny money back there?" And she knew what I was talking about, so she was looking for some $50 coins and some, big dollar coins. I got. And sometimes they get mixed up, the American Silver Eagles, the $1 bullion coins, for collectors.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll have that in their little trade, and I'll get lucky like that. But
there you go.
She said, I got two of them. She held, she did like that, and immediately I saw that silver. And she said, you want them? I said, yeah. I said, we're playing Blu-ray tomorrow night, so we're doing dime and 50-cent Blu-ray. Yeah, that's the new women's coin.
Now George looks like an Indian.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Imagine that kissing cousins if you put them side by side.
What the hell is that? A raccoon on his head? Jesus.
That's the change, eh?
No, man, that's like the powder wig they used to have to wear.
Yeah, the ponytail is different on that one too.
Yeah, looks like he's wearing an armadillo or something.
Yeah. Daniel Boone coin.
There you go.
Okay.
So for 50 cents, well, I didn't even spend 50 cents. I just traded 50 cents in for that coin, and I got a $13 coin.
Not bad.
This is 20 German marks from during the war.
Wow.
I got a half mark German 1905 coin. It's silver.
That's cool. Imagine what that's.
What you were, Bruce? You were showing some coins earlier. Your desk or something. What you got there? You got some Canadian silver?
I got 35 cents in my pocket.
Hey,
mostly Morgans.
Oh, you got some Morgan dollars. Okay.
Like I said, we didn't have the silver dollar till 1935. Canadian silver though.
Do you have a dot nickel? Canadian dot nickel? You'd be rich. You'd be rich.
Living here.
Yeah. Yeah, they a couple $100,000.
You know what the sad fact is I read it day in and day out, of somebody trying to pay for something with a $2 bill and somebody calls the cops on them.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Go to McDonald's or Burger King.
Yeah, they call the cops on people. It's like, no, there really is a $2 bill.
Yeah, and a Ike dollar, big round Ike dollar.
Yeah.
Teenagers, younger people don't know what that is. They're like,
Yeah, that's kind of sad, but that speaks a lot for our educational system. I'm not going to go any further than that.
Do you guys
You have
do you guys still use these?
Oh, I haven't seen one of them in a while.
Every now and then. About 3-4 times a month.
Klaus, I had to write a check recently for something. I forget what it was. And the last check I had written before that was in 2019.
Yeah. We don't even have them here anymore.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
find those
1899
empty books
nickel.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're empty because my wife spends a lot of money.
Well, I have a horror story to share. I got a new car the other week.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we heard about that. It's a Lexus, right?
Yes.
Nope, a RAV4.
No, it's a Corolla. But apparently, in their infinite wisdom, Toyota decided that the beauty cover on the engine is no longer needed.
No.
You call it a beauty cover like that sort of plastic thing that like pops on top of the valve cover and the oil filler and all that sort of shit. That's called a beauty cover. Okay, I never knew that. All right.
And you can call it engine cover.
$2 bill.
And when I was opening the hood, and I just saw a gazillion wires and hoses, and I said, I can't. So I called up the dealership. Hey, my new car, can I get one of those covers? And they go, no, it's not. They don't. They don't. I said, what? Yeah, they
That's
don't.
standard equipment.
So you got to look at spaghetti all the time, huh?
Yep. So I was doing a little research on this internet thing, and found out that Lexus makes a model called UX, and the UX uses the exact same engine that's in my car. So I said, well, does that from the Lexus UX, does that fit into? And they go, yeah, it'll fit. I said, can you order one? And they go, yeah, okay. And about 10 minutes later, he called me up, Klaus, just before I ordered it, do you want to know what the price is? And I go, it's a piece of plastic. I mean, what's not to like? Come on. $580 US.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you really order that? Did you really buy it?
I would too.
You know what they say? Tesla, you need another pocket.
Klaus, oh my God.
Don't say too loud. What's her name?
Yeah.
What'd you buy?
I'm on the earphone, so yell all you want.
Oh, Klaus.
What did he buy?
You have just 2 notches down. I'm telling you,
Did you order it, Klaus?
My OCD compels me to do stupid things.
You got so suckered into that. Oh my God, Klaus, you of all people.
You know, I wish I'd been suckered in. No, it was
my
all
heart hurts for you, Klaus.
It was all
heart
my
hurts.
drive. It was all my drive. I didn't get suckered in.
What did you buy?
It would bother me too, Close. I would probably
A beauty cover for the engine on my car.
Oh yeah, your valve cover, your $1 million Lexus valve cover. That's all right.
Yes.
Well, I will admit to actually buying a real set of van pliers. So
hey,
I guess that makes up for it, right?
Yeah.
Close. You can get
real?
about 10 of them for the cost of a plastic thing.
Hey, Stella, I bet you get that asked all the time. Are they real?
Yeah.
Are they real?
Oh, Kenny.
Only a woman will know.
It is a good set of pliers, though. Yeah.
Well, it gets rid of all the wires, though.
So I guess I spent my buying tools budget for the next year and a half. Yeah.
No, you just keep buying more stuff, man. Just let it go. It's gone.
Do you have the car yet?
It's out there in the engine. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I am loving it.
Well, Klaus, now you know you got to bring your phone outside and show us.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that on a WhatsApp call. How about that? Because it's pitch black outside right now. So,
what you eating there, Ken?
Utes. Easy. Utes.
Was that like bugles?
Potato chips.
Stuff I'm not supposed to eat.
Yeah.
A vanity cover.
Oh, vanity.
Vanity
Oh,
cover.
also beauty.
Beauty, vanity. Yeah.
Beauty cover, vanity cover, engine, whatever you plastic thing was, I guess, $1 gazillion for plastic.
Come on, John. We only got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah. Getting my headset warmed up. And so it stretched over your big head, or Bruce, don't make that face.
Klaus, how did you like Mix Mower's video this afternoon?
I have only one comment. I know that envy is a negative feeling.
I didn't see
That's
it.
all I can say.
Yeah.
I did like his compressor though. That is, if he had enough power for it.
Now I gotta go have a quick look.
Yeah. Hi, John.
Hey,
Hey,
John,
how are y'all?
how are you today?
Jonathan?
I'm doing good.
Great.
Sorry, I was watching the stream, and then my son had to have some stuff out of the shop, so I went out there to help him for about 30 minutes. He's working on his motorcycle, and we did the carbs yesterday.
Nice. Nice.
Are they synced
John,
carbs?
Yes,
Oh, I hate
And
that.
those are hard to get dialed in, man.
yes.
John,
Yeah,
how
you
did
got
that
it down.
primary affect your chances coming up, or your wife's chances?
Everything's still good. It's all positive right now. Put it that way. She's still nervous and worried, but she's not as nervous. She beat her big opponent.
Yeah.
And the next one hopefully shouldn't be too bad.
Mhm.
She's getting excited. So now if we can just get November here, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to have any problem, Klaus. In all honesty, she's been doing it. If you guys get the word out, she'll be fine. And then look, you'll have to do this in 4 more years, right?
Correct. If she has an opponent. If she doesn't have an opponent, we're good to go.
Well,
The two times
you mean
I
in 4
ran.
years if she doesn't have an opponent? Okay, gotcha.
Right. Yeah, 2
Which
times
how many-
I ran.
She's going to be so good. She's going to be the next one for the next 10
Yeah,
years.
John, how many times did the incumbent that's leaving get real by default? Did they have to do that?
Oh, I think maybe 2 times.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
The
is
other
that-
times he had opponents. The other times.
Well, I mean, in 8 years, aren't you guys just going to be cruising around all the time, like
We
Phil?
haven't cruised.
In
We
your
haven't
mobility
cruised.
scooters?
What do you mean, like trying to spend all that money after 8 years?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey,
Mm.
how
What's she running for?
many U-Hauls do you see pulling behind a hearse? Come on now, think about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What is she running for, John?
She's been deputy coroner for 12 years, and she's running for the coroner's position.
Oh, okay.
He's retired. He's been the coroner for like 26 years or something like
Wow.
I think I knew that already.
that. And well, it's not something we talk about every time. So, she's had planned to, if he ever retired, to run in the for the position, and he finally decided to retire. So
Just remember, the golden years aren't when you're 80.
yeah.
She has the experience.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Exactly. That's what freaked me
Right.
out about Jimmy Buffett today. I'm like,
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Passed away
76
last
years
year.
old.
74, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
76.
76.
Yeah. Still too young in my book.
They didn't say why he passed, so that might have been something even personal, like we don't know about it.
No,
Elvis.
I'm pretty sure there was something wrong because he had to cancel a tour
May.
about 6
Yeah.
months ago because he was in a
In May.
hospital, and I'm sure it was
In
some. I mean, I'm just speculating, but I'm sure it was some sort of health reason that he tried to take care of it, and obviously it didn't work out, and that's really sad. I mean, I hate
He
to say that.
canceled a
Who were we
bunch of
talking about?
concerts in May.
Yeah.
A few months ago, and for health reasons. They knew
Right.
that. He canceled
Yes.
for health
Oh, here we
reasons.
go. Jimmy Buffett's cause of death revealed: skin cancer.
Skin
Wow.
cancer.
Oh,
No.
Yeah,
Melanoma.
melanoma. That's unbelievably horrible. My dad, for all of his life, because when he was in the Navy, they didn't know about friggin'
Yeah.
skin.
Lot of men got
So
it.
I
That's
would say
diagnosed-
every time I saw my dad, it was like this other new, like white scar somewhere on him that they had taken something off of his, and it was all like preventative kind of stuff. I don't think any of the stuff that he actually, I think he only had like one or two that like tested positive, but they were like, trying to be proactive on that. And
they say it was diagnosed 4 years ago and it turned into lymphoma, and that's what got him.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's really,
Well, he did spend a lot of time outside.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Years ago, when I was
Sun and fun.
shrimping
No
in the
shoes
Gulf,
nation.
crabbing, I wouldn't wear nothing but a pair of shorts and my white shrimp boots and a straw hat. That was it.
Right.
I didn't. I had a good tan. I never burnt.
Yeah, we didn't know
I
that.
never paid attention to all that, and
The
I
fair
was
skinned
warned.
people have a harder time with it.
I was warned about it, by some elderly fellas. Hey, y'all need to wear some white shirts or something. Y'all gonna get
Mr. Henry
stinky
warned you.
here. Like, and if we young, we like,
Yeah. I know.
My wife still gets out
hey,
there.
I'm lucky. I don't have any spots on my arms, my back, or whatever. I'm 60 years old, so I'm good to go. Now, when I get out in the sun, I do wear protective, white shirts
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't. No, that ain't for me
I have
anymore.
never tanned before. I'm always like burn and peel, and I've
So you're actually at risk.
Burn and peel.
yeah, burn and peel. That's all I do. But but for me, so like I said, I tried to avoid the sun, not because I thought I would get skin cancer, because it was just I would burn and peel. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not going to wind up like my dad. So I hope not. So
Is that what took him?
Yeah, we hope.
no. My dad got taken. It's a bad story, but
You don't have to say.
yeah. He on his death certificate it said sepsis, so that's what I'll say. So, but that's not what killed my dad. So,
Okay.
Yeah, every time I go fishing, I layer up because it's just
yeah.
you're just exposed out there.
Yeah, anybody
And-
goes on a boat, yeah, that's
And not to go on my tree hugging sort of campaign, but it's worse now than it was 30 years ago.
Oh
It
yeah,
is bad.
the
bad.
sun and the moon is closer.
So when I
Yes.
go to Mexico, I don't purposely go and tan.
No,
Like when I'm got my metal detector on the beach,
Right.
I'll have a t-shirt on sometimes.
look
No,
at
I
the
mean-
women sun worshippers that their skin looks like leather now, like,
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
So-
every time when we go to Italy, the sun is much harsher than it is up here.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, it's sunscreen from the second you step out till and then reapply after a couple of dips in the ocean, and it's a given. We have to, otherwise you get burnt or you get cancer or whatever. So,
Yep.
so sunscreen is a must here. I mean, we learned that since we were kids. So
Well, as long as Mr. Bruce aren't running around the Mexican beach in a Speedo, I'm happy.
me too. All you can all you can see is the speedo and beep beep.
Yeah.
I do take on some color when I'm down there, though.
In Florida,
Bruce, I think that's a dare. You have to like.
No, it was not a dare, I assure you.
Well,
I promise you it was not a dare.
It's too late, John. That ship sailed.
I was not daring anybody to do anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scout's honor.
in Florida, it's a big difference if you're on the beach on the Gulf side of Florida or on the Atlantic side. The Atlantic side is the water's a lot more salty, than the Gulf side. And the saltwater intrusion from the Atlantic side into the Gulf is minimum, on the beach because of the jet stream. I mean, the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream's always flowing south, along the Gulf Coast of Florida, and that's more or less, the water's coming from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, etc. But I've been to the Atlantic side, and you'll get burnt a lot quicker.
Yep.
Sunburnt a lot
Yeah, but I mean,
faster than on the Gulf side.
salt water is actually good for your skin. It cleans your skin.
It is, yeah. If you got any of that blood,
Yeah.
the lemurs on your arms and stuff, that salt water clears that right up. I know a guy used to have that blood, something, whatever, his arms would be all spotchy red.
It's a
He
free
wasn't old. He was like
exfoliation.
35, 40 years old. And
like
well,
that.
that's just but I got that old man skin too. Though look right here, I got a Band-Aid on mine. I got that.
That's where Miss Henry spanked that butt.
But when he used to come shrimping with me, he'd wash his arm, and after 3 days, his arms were clear and looked just like. And he wasn't that old, between 35 and 40.
That's how I keep such a youthful look. I go to Mexico for 3 months a year.
There you go. Yeah, that's why you look young like you are, Bruce. That's true.
I'm 40.
My dad put conditioner on his face because he gets these blotches and it clears it right up. He's tried everything on the market. He just goes to the dollar store and gets conditioner. And he puts
Who is this?
My dad.
Yeah. Oh, your dad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, he's from Georgia, and he always had that bad skin. But then he got here, and 78, and he said ever since he's been putting that conditioner on there, and it's never came back. So he stops doing it, comes right back. It's crazy.
I get sunburn on my head a lot for some reason.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why.
Because you forgot your cap.
Thanks, Luke.
Yes. What's bad is when I wear my headband and I take my hat off to do something in the yard and I have a sunburn, white stripe sunburn.
Yeah, I was outside.
I tan pretty quickly. It takes a lot if I get red or anything. It just, but then again, I know Anita will be all over me like, you got to put on this sunscreen.
That's a good thing.
Hold on, stop.
It is. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but those the knuckle hits down here. Yeah. No, but I mean, you don't go outside when you're out in hot, in really strong sun like it is here in the spring and down South Europe. You put on sunscreen, otherwise you get singed, and that's.
I get lazy. I just put it on my ears and my nose and my feet. Because your feet just get
fried, man. I mean, if you burn your ankles, you're stuck with flip flops for the next 10 days.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
No socks. Oh, you don't wear socks down there.
No socks.
Top of your feet, Oh, I've got burn on top of my feet, and not that long ago.
Or on the back of your knee, on the back side of your knee.
Yeah, I was just gonna say back of the knee. Yeah.
I don't lay on my stomach.
I remember when I was in I wonder if it was in high school or whatnot. I laid out in the backyard trying to get a tan before I knew that, and I laid out like this, and it was like
you got your own arms,
armpit burn. Oh my goodness, I was miserable for a week like this.
Yeah.
They didn't have sunscreen back in the 60s, did they?
They did not. John, I'm gonna let that one go.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up.
There.
Now she's right under you. You realize that, John? She is right under you. I mean, she's on top of
actually, yeah. As long as you don't spit on me, I'll be happy.
There you go.
Nice, Stella. Nice,
one right there. Do like that.
Like a
Just give him one right there between
Tagger.
So I was buffing that boat that I bought the other day. And you're not supposed to buff it in direct sunlight. So I got done with one side and I hooked the truck up and I turned it around. And the guy next door, he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, you're not supposed to buff it in direct sunlight." You know, the doggone sun changed on that side. I mean, so I went to the lake with one side buffed and the other side dull. I'm like, well, no, nobody's going to notice. Oh my gosh, so many people noticed.
We had a guy bring a bass boat. I mean, nice and pretty, like a brand new Ranger. It's not a Ranger, it's a Skeeter or something like that. 235 Johnson on the back.
Oh, wow.
And we overhauled the engine, and the guy never came back and picked it up. It's been 5 years now. I mean, it had a brand new wax job on it. Ollie, man, you wouldn't imagine what that boat looks like now from sitting 5 years in front of the shop.
Yeah.
It's just a hole in the water where you throw money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he never come picked up his hole in the water, so we
You know
fixing
what
to
boat
sell it.
stands for? Bust out another 1,000.
Yeah,
Yep.
break
Right.
out another 1,000. Yeah.
Did he say why he didn't come pick it up?
We called him a few times. He said, "Oh well, but this is after like 3 years." He said, "Well, I just started a new job. Let me get it offshore. Let me get a couple of paychecks under my belt, and I'll go get it." All right.
Sell it.
No, he wouldn't bought him a bicycle.
He bought a brand new. Well, not. I don't know if it was brand new or not, but another guy came to the shop and said, "Damn, he still ain't come pick up his boat up." He bought a Bass tracker about 2 weeks ago. Johnny told him, "Hey, next time you see him, tell him to bring me. If he don't want it, tell him to bring me the
Title.
paperwork."
Well, can't you guys file a mechanics lien?
Oh
Not
yeah,
on
but
boats.
Johnny ain't gonna do that. You know, he'll do it after 6 years, I think. He is getting kind of perturbed about it now. You know, after 5 years.
Space
Hey, that's
maybe needed.
$1,900. You
Send
know,
him
I think
send
his
him a
bill
note,
went up
tell him
to
you're going to sell it. Or you probably,
2,200 now. For
We should have a
space.
storage fee.
you probably can't
Yeah.
sell it because of the paperwork, right?
Well, no, I mean, around here, Bruce, you can file what's called a mechanics lien, which means
Oh,
you
yeah.
can take ownership and title,
Yeah.
and then you can turn around and sell it. It's a pain in the ass, I think, for the most
Yeah.
part. But
Especially
Yeah.
on boats, because boats have a long paper trail.
yeah,
Not down here in Louisiana.
Yeah,
You got a
Michigan
little
is
registration. That's it. You can file a salvage title on it. And if there's no discrepancy after 30 days, it's yours.
really.
Nobody says, "Hey,
Interesting.
my boat's been stolen. Here's the numbers. You know, the boat
And
numbers."
you don't have to like publish it in the newspaper or something that nobody sees anymore. Some stupid stuff like that.
Especially not with the mechanic. You know, being it's at the
Right.
shop. But I can. They got boats that people have died. You know, passed away, and
Right.
the trailers. Now the trailer, that's a different story. You know,
Trailers are
it's harder to do the trailer with the DMV than it is the actual boat. All
Really.
you got to do is get a license plate off another trailer and slap on that one. You know,
Right.
just keep it.
I used to have a fifth wheel. I put the license plate in my filing box in case I just get a little aluminum junk trailer. I can put the same plate back on that little junk
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah, that's it. That's right. Correct.
That's your plate for life. Eh?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So Kenny, is it now? It's time to say good night. All the family. No, I thought you put that 4 o'clock sign out there. For
Yeah,
that.
well, usually we end it's at over 2 hours, so we typically end at 4, and then we go gray and we do a little chit chat. So, you got anything else, Stella? Otherwise, we'll go gray. What do you think?
Man, this has been a great afternoon. I really appreciate everybody being here. I've had a good time.
It's us appreciating that you guys run this.
And
We gotta
hopefully,
educate you guys.
hopefully Conquer is safe on the water.
I hope so. He said he'd chime in if he could, but if
I hope-
if
I
it
hope
was
that-
me, I'd be like, I'm
I
on a
hope-
boat.
I hope the boat is safe.
Well, what are they saying about that area? Is something with that area he was going to?
Hey,
Oh, that's a nice shiny beaver you got, Bruce.
Well, that's a nickel from 150 years ago, and that's
Oh,
a
wow.
nickel from this year.
Shiny beaver.
This one's pure silver.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we
I am
we
out
call
of
those
town
fish-
next weekend, Kenny.
call
So
those
you're on your
fish
own,
scales.
man.
Uh-oh. We'll have to get some more volunteers. All right, let me end it here. We'll
Ken and Hank show.
I don't know why I'm
There you
going
go.
now. I have no idea.
Ken and Klaus show.
All right, everybody in the chat, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for showing up.
Ken and John show.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Whoever's out there still, hit the like. Give me some points.
The John
take
Clinton
care.
Show.
All right, we'll
No,
catch
no,
you
no.
later.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks,
Y'all
everybody.
take